the Game Boy Advance was first announced, Nintendo fans everywhere were very excited to finally have a brand new handheld rather than an update to the old hardware. And when it came out, you know, everyone loved it. The shape was excellent. It felt really comfortable in the hands, had nice graphics. One major issue with it though was there's no backlight. Now for most games you could kind of angle it a little differently and you could get by. But if you're playing a game like this, which has extremely dark graphics, it can be very tricky. And you know, back then we didn't have stuff like the DS or the Game Boy Player or even the Game Boy Advance SP. So you either had to park yourself under a lamp or buy an attachment for your Game Boy Advance. So here is a closer look at the Radica Gamester floodlight. And unfortunately I don't have the original packaging. You know, I tossed that out a long time ago along with the manual. But you can see up here it says Gamester, not Gamester 81. This button right here, it's kind of a little test for the light. You can see the light is pretty bright. It actually has this, well, it doesn't hinge, I'll show you that in a minute. These things connect to the Game Boy Advance and I'll show you that in a minute. Open this up and you can see the battery pack compartment here, and unfortunately this is one of those that uses a screw. You know, the plus is that you're not going to lose the battery cover most likely, and you know, it's less likely to break. The bad news, you know, the bad thing about it is that you have to use a Phillips screwdriver every time you have to switch out the batteries, and this thing goes through batteries in about 7 hours. Got your on-off switch there, that's self-explanatory. And this, you can see there's a cutout for the screen. And then, oops, this hinges that way. So you can adjust it to your liking. And then, you remember I showed you these two things here. You push in. And what you're going to do is push those in and then line them up with the holes on the top of the Game Boy Advance. Whoops, right there and there. So let's do that. Try to keep this all on camera. There we go. And then you just lock it down to the front and you're ready to go. And you know, there's room to slide in a Game Boy Advance cartridge. Goes in the back. Put your light up. Turn the Game Boy on. And then you can turn on the light. And we turn off this external light so I think we'll get a better view of it. So as you can see, this thing gives off very good light here. I wanted to do some gameplay, but I'm having a hard time finding a good position where the light doesn't shine off the screen, because it actually doesn't glare that much if you adjust it just right. But you can see it lights up the screen very, very well. It's easy to see what you're doing. Yeah. This game is kind of impossible to play with one hand. But you get the idea, you know. Very good. Very effective if you want to play the game on the original hardware. Ooh. But you didn't think I could do that, did you? But yeah, it's very nice. Turn the volume down on that. But yeah, as you can see, it's very nice, very bright. Unfortunately, it does make it a bit top heavy, and it kind of reduces the portability of your system. And like I said before, the other drawback is that it drains the batteries in about 7 hours. But yeah, if you are interested in playing games on the original hardware and you're having problems with the light, you know, this is a good solution. And you know, you can find these online for pretty cheap nowadays, because this system is kind of considered obsolete now that we have other options. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.